Tiny Lilac Watercolor painting, guiding you step by step in this painting process, creating this beautiful flower. An outline drawing is done, which is available for download. Removing the excess amount of graphite off the paper. Getting ready to mix watercolors. Adding water to color palette. Starting with Ultramarine Blue and adding a little bit of Permanent Rose. We are getting nice violet color. The second mix. For the second mix, creating slightly different violet color, adding Manganese Violet with a little touch of Sennelier Red. Adding more Manganese Violet, adjusting color, testing on a piece of paper. Third color, I will reserve space just for Manganese Violet. Adding Turquoise to my color palette for some shiny light area. And separately placing Permanent Rose and Lemon Yellow for center parts. Now let's start painting. First, I'm adding lemon yellow to the middle parts of the flowers. In the reference, I see which flowers are turned to the viewer side and has those middle areas visible. With a fine tip brush, I'm adding centerpieces without any further details, just little dots in the places where we will have this center parts. I'm not placing any masking fluid, nothing. And now starting to paint one center flower, which is mostly turned to our view side, and painting each section individually, petal by petal. I'm not placing water before starting straight with watercolors, starting with Manganese Violet. With the tip of the brush, adding watercolors, looking at reference. This is a very small and tiny work, but the result pays at the end. It's worth the try, worth a very detailed painting. And this lilac flower has so many violet shades, pinks and violets and even some reds. So it's important to apply different color tones of these colors. Lilacs are very beautiful and very colorful. Working with the very tip of the brush, taking Manganese Violet and also the first mix, which is Ultramarine Blue with Permanent Rose. Looking in the reference, I can see which petal is more turned away from light source and has some shadow area. Carefully study each petal. You can open reference photo on the other gadget or just beside the tutorial and really zoom in that one little flower head and carefully study where are little curves of the petal, where are maybe some other color tones coming in. lilac flower painting tutorial is available on my Patreon page in real time and with explanations of the whole process. Tutorial in real time takes up to 1 hour and 30 minutes of painting process. Now I'm at the finishing stage of painting this lilac flower, adding Manganese Violet and Permanent Rose watercolor mix, very transparent layer, and going over some areas, making some buds a little bit darker, which are maybe a little bit further from the viewer point. They are not so white and bright as they appear in my painting, so with very transparent layer I'm going over them. And as my tonal values are in places, I'm not ruining the layers underneath. I'm just giving extra tone, and when those areas will get dry, I will still have my lights and darks visible, only a one level slightly darker. I have an amazing time painting this lilac flower, experienced new insights for me, really enjoyed the process, and I also needed to push myself to add extra details, to add extra layer, but I'm really satisfied with the result. Hope you gave this a tutorial a try and learned something new. Thank you for being here, thank you for painting with me. All the best, and see you in my next tutorials. Bye bye.